Maryana. I will read explanation about skill 18, invert the subject and verb with conditionals. Previously, I will give 2 examples of sentences related to this skill.
The first sentence is, were our neighbors a bit more friendly, it would be somewhat easier to get to know them. And the second sentence is, there are plenty of blankets in the closet if should you get cold during the night. Which one is the correct one?
Yep, the first sentence is correct, while the second sentence is incorrect. Why? I'll tell you the reason when I have explained the material. In certain conditional structures, the subject and verb may also be inverted. This can occur when the helping verb in the conditional clause is had, should, or were, and the conditional connector if is omitted.
The following chart lists the conditional verbs that may invert and the sentence patterns used with them. When the verb in the conditional clause is had, should, or were, it is possible to omit if and invert the subject and verb. Omitted if, verb plus subject. So the sentence is, were he here, he would help. Were as a verb, he as a subject. It is also possible to give if, then the subject and verb are not inverted. If plus subject plus verb. So the sentence is, if he were here, he would help. He as a subject, were as a verb. These 2 examples used in conditional verb had. If he had taken more time, the result would have been better. Had he taken more time, the result would have been better. In the first example, the subject, he, and verb had taken are not inverted because the conditional connector if is not omitted. In the second example, the subject, he, and verb had is inverted because the conditional connector if is omitted. And these 2 examples used in conditional verb should. If you should arrive before 6 o'clock, just give me a call. Should you arrive before 6 o'clock, just give me a call. In the first example, the subject you and verb should arrive are not inverted because the conditional connector if is not omitted. In the second example, the subject you and verb should is inverted because the conditional connector if is omitted. The last 2 examples used in conditional verb were. This time, the conditional connector if and the subject and verb are in the middle of the sentences. I would help you if I were in a position to help. I would help you were I in a position to help. In the first example, the subject I and verb were are not inverted because the conditional connector if is not omitted. In the second example, the subject I and verb were are inverted because the conditional connector if is omitted. Example from the paper and computer TOEFL test. The report would have been accepted, blah blah blah, in checking its accuracy. A. If more care. B. More care had been taken. C. Had taken more care. D. Had more care been taken. In this example, a connector if and a subject and verb are needed, but if could be omitted and the subject and verb inverted. The answer is D, because it is correct to invert the subject more care and the helping verb had. Back to the first 2 sentence examples. Now you know why the first sentence is correct while the second sentence is incorrect. In the first sentence is correct because there the subject and verb are inverted and the conditional connector if is omitted. While the second sentence is incorrect because the conditional connector if is not omitted even though the subject and verb is inverted.
That's all my explanation about skill 18 invert the subject and verb with conditionals. I hope my explanation is clear enough. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.